Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Thursday, January 29th, 2026. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. Overnight data in New Zealand business confidence lower than the previous number of 73.6 with the actual number of 64.1. Unemployment rate in Turkey 7.7, down from 8.6. And that's about the European session. What about the US session? Initial jobless claims, the most important event of today, is scheduled for release at 2:30 together with the non-farm productivity, trade balance, unit labor cost, exports and imports. Trade balance data from Canada are scheduled for release at 2:30 as well. Factory orders are scheduled for release at 4 o'clock, at 6 o'clock for Atlanta Fed GDP now. 7-year note auction from the US is scheduled for release at 7 o'clock, and Fed's balance sheet is scheduled for release at 10:30. And that's about the economic calendar for today. No big deal, very light calendar with one very important data release at 2:30. So without any further ado, let's switch to the charts. We start with euro dollar. So the euro dollar, you say? Well, I say wait for correction. That's what I say. Wait for correction. Might be completed, might be not. Kind of a tricky situation this time. I just moved my technical support. Let me find what I've moved. I know what I moved. There you go. This is the level I wanted to get on my screen. There you go. Daily time frame chart, extremely overbought market conditions. So now, if the wave 4 is done, we should move up in wave 5. If the wave 4 will still develop, for example, in like a triangle formation, no big deal here. We will spend some time here in this area and then continue with wave 4. Sorry, wave 5. Very big momentum to the upside into the extremely overbought conditions at 89 on the wave 3. Big sell-off, no, big pullback, not sell-off, big pullback towards the level of 62 on the RSI and towards the level of 1.1897 on the chart, but still we are having a lot of momentum coming to the market, and I think that the wave 5 is about to be wave 4 is about to be completed and wave 5 is about to start. Cable. As you can see, pullback from the extremely overbought conditions in wave 4. Right now it is, we can place a low for the wave 4 here, 1.3749, and now the wave 5 is due. The next correction is of course the swing high at 1.3867. We're coming off the extremely overbought conditions, 87, almost 88 points. However, right now we are still at the level of 75 points, so it is still extremely overbought market. British pound is looking very bullish. Wave 4 is done, wave 5 is waiting. Now, the pullback from the extremely oversold conditions on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen pair made a local high at 154.05 and then reversed lower. So this level here is not being that much respected. 153.32. We will place it here, 154.05. Momentum is negative. It's trying to move higher from the extremely oversold conditions. Nevertheless, the market is still under the pressure. You can see it by this very strong movement to the downside and a long wick in this candle. So US dollar versus the Japanese yen, this market still looks very busy to the downside under the pressure. Gold, the rock star of all markets, 5,597 is the swing high. As you can see, this bullish divergence is now erased. Look at this. Look at this. It's well. Let me see. 87.24. 85.91, 1.25 point roughly. This swing high is bigger than this one. In price, it's over $1,700. Draw your own conclusions if this is divergence or not. However, remember, with strongly trending markets, divergences might appear but might not work. This is 4-hour time frame chart. On a daily time frame chart, it's obvious there is no divergence. You can see how many days in a row we got here. I think it's another record, right? In a weekly on gold, this is monthly. Yeah, in a monthly, this monthly candle is the biggest since 2000, since I got the data, 2009. This monthly candle is the biggest in history. Draw your own conclusions. Monthly is extremely overbought. Weekly is extremely overbought. Divergence on weekly, small but still. Daily is extremely overbought. Divergence, no divergence, but very, very big movement to the upside. And 4 hours, barely a divergence. However, you can argue there is a small one. Nevertheless, it's movement to the upside. Gold's movement to the upside is literally massive. But will the 5,600 be the cap for this rally? I don't know. There is no confirmation that this rally is about to be completed or terminated. No confirmation, no setup, no candlestick patterns whatsoever. Only the divergence during the uptrend on the RSI. S&P 500 rejected after the hit, after it hits the trend line, the big thick orange trend line, rejected lower. Nevertheless, nothing is going on here. We came off the extremely overbought conditions, a little bit lower towards 54. Made a local high at local low, sorry, at 6,946. No big deal here. This is still the S&P 500 under the bullish pressure. Crude oil finally breaks above the range, $64 per barrel of a crude oil. For a crude oil barrel, we can adjust this. Let me just remove this magnet. We can adjust this trend line, right? Nevertheless, it doesn't actually look right. Let me place a horizontal trend line for you guys. So if we broke above the 64, the next important series of levels are here. Is this one? Is this one? I guess it is this one here. So between 6603 and 6673. So something like this is quite possible for the bulls to hit this supply zone. The other one, a very important one, is located higher. This is the medium important, 70.51. For now, the local technical support is located roughly around here, 62.59. So that's the support. And we are above the 100 periods moving average on a daily time frame chart, 59.98, basically $60 per barrel of oil. We narrowing the extremely overbought conditions. We might see some profit taking or a pullback on a 4-hour time frame chart. We just entered the extremely overbought conditions zone. And last but not least, the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is trading like well, it's trading like we expected. The Bitcoin took a rally towards 90,600 and get reversed. So as you can see, we got this. You can see something like that might be applied to this chart. Anyway, the point is that this trend line is very, very close to the technical resistance. We have some minimal false breakout, and then we go back in to the range, to the basically maybe not even range, but to the we are back below the trend line. We are back below the blue trend line. Let me just change it to the black one so you can see. There you go. So big bearish pressure. We reverse from the 60 level on RSI down towards the 43. Bullish divergence is resolved. The biggest correction in the whole situation here since the 97,925. Bitcoin under pressure as the market continues the downside movement. We should see lower levels on Bitcoin soon. Next target 86,074. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.